Everyone. My name is Melissa Emery, a life coach and co-author of the new book, Healing the Wounds of the Past, A Guide to Authentic Living. I'm here today with one of my fellow co-authors, Joann Lagman. Joann is certified as a master energy healer and life coach. She combines her passion for personal growth with holistic well-being. Through her coaching practice, she empowers individuals to overcome challenges, set meaningful goals, and thrive in all areas of life. Welcome, Joann. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's so nice to be here with you, Melissa.
It's nice to be talking with you too, getting to know you a little bit better. I met you through this book project, and I'm excited to get to know you a little bit more.
Awesome. So just a little bit about myself. I'm a proud mom, first and foremost. I have 2 adult children. My daughter's 28, and my son is 26. And both of them have finished grad school, so I'm quite proud about that. Career-wise, I started my career in public relations, working for a major newspaper. Then I went into pro sports, working for the 49ers and then the Sacramento Kings. When I made the jump from the NFL to the NBA, though, however, I ended up being an executive assistant to the CFO of the team. And from there, I was an executive assistant for the rest of my career. I work in Silicon Valley, which is nice because I grew up in this area. I had a divorce in 2015, which is the same year that I became an empty nester. And so what was hard but interesting about that is that it kind of set off a journey for me to heal areas of my life and just to get my life back, actually. I spent years just in introspection, trying to do things to, get my life back on my 2 feet. And then I stumbled upon energy healing and life coaching certification programs, which I joined, I didn't even know that I was going to end up doing those things, but I initially did that in order to heal areas of my life. But now that I have the certifications, it's awesome because I can actually help people now get through some of the things that were hard for me to get through. And then now here we are with this book program.
It's been quite a journey for you, I can tell. Divorce and empty nesting at the same time. I don't know if I could handle that.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough for sure.
Yeah, no, that's intense. So you've been through it, and we're on the other side here.
Yes.
Well, okay. So my first question for you is, why did you decide to join in this book writing with us?
So last year, in one of my classes with Oliver Nino and Mandy Morris, it was a mastermind class. And I kind of dove into purpose work, just making decisions on kind of what I want to do as far as a purpose. And some of the ideas that I had involved maybe one day writing interactive journals to kind of help people go through their process. A lot of journaling helped me, and so that's something that I want to do. And when this book program came about, I thought, what better way than this to learn about the book making process? So it was completely about that, to be honest. And then once I heard that the title of the book, which is Healing the Wounds of the Past, I thought, oh my goodness, I have to talk about trauma. And that was really tough to swallow at first because I'm a very private person. It's strange. People think that I'm open, but when it comes to trauma, I'm not necessarily open about sharing those. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are that same way too.
Yes.
I heard about the topic. I was really, really hesitant at first. But like anything else, I decided to rise to the challenge. And what I discovered about the program is how writing can be so transformative. I mean, I journal all the time. I don't do it at length, though, but I've never experienced anything the way that I have through writing through this program.
I completely agree with you. And I felt the same way, too, when I heard the title. But like you, I was just up for the challenge. So that is fantastic. You're not one to shy away, and you're shining your light right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So give us a little teaser about what your chapter is about.
Sure. So the title of my chapter is Empathic Evolutions, Let the Right Epiphanies Change Your Life. And the story is really about my intuition, which I consider to be the strongest part of my body, spiritually, physically, whatever, right? And I used to think that everybody has, I do think everyone has an intuition and inner voice. But for me, it was just something that I listened to quite strongly as a kid. And then when I got into areas of that were difficult to navigate, I was faced with either doing what I thought was right, based on rules that maybe society or even my culture or even religion put on me, between listening to what I felt was right for myself and following my inner guidance system or following those rules. And so this chapter is about my intuition and how I've navigated the hardest parts of my life. I provide examples where I did a great job listening to my intuition. And I also went into when I didn't listen to my intuition and the consequences that came of that. I also go into what happens when you start to heal areas of your life and you become really good at listening to your intuition. You just become mentally, emotionally, spiritually free and open and flexible to the lessons that are around you, because you're not crowded by anger or depression or hate or any of those negative emotions. You can actually, when you have an open heart and nothing that blocks you, you can actually see the lessons a lot sooner and be moved by them. And so I think that my chapter is about that, about understanding your intuition, finding it, listening to it, practicing at being better at it, and then allowing that to let the lessons come to you a lot sooner and a lot deeper so that you can live an authentic life.
That is beautiful. I cannot wait to read the whole thing. Like you've totally piqued my interest. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. So since we're not going to get any more out of you about that, that's okay. We're going to have to get to the book. When I'm reading it, or when a reader is reading it, what is your intention that you have for us as we're reading your chapter?
Oh, that's such a good question. Other than encouraging people to think about their intuition, their inner guidance system, their inner voice, like finding that, getting to know it better. Mm-hmm. Other than doing that, my hope is that people will be inspired to just really pause and spend time focusing on themselves. I think that when we go through a lot of trauma or anything negative in our life, we tend to focus and distract ourselves with other things. So I'm hoping that people just spend time with themselves, like free themselves of all those distractions so that they can center themselves or find center, and do some soul searching, face some hard truths, or just get real with themselves. Because once you do that, then everything else starts to fall into place. You begin to understand yourself better, and you start to write new rules for yourself, or you just get to know yourself so well that you know exactly what you want and need. I think that when we heal parts of ourselves and we really take a hard look at who we are, then that starts to permeate, right? Like when we find our authenticity, we just start to have this different vibration, and it really affects not just ourselves. Like we're happier, we're more content, we feel so aligned within ourselves. And that leads to lots of things, right? More confidence, happiness, comfort, joy. And I feel like that kind of energy just kind of affects others. And all we're doing is just being ourselves. I think I can't think of a better way to have such a positive effect on the world than to just focus on yourself and heal areas of yourself so that you're sort of emanating this really positive energy towards others. And then the other thing that I wanted to say is that my hope is that people understand that no matter what stage they are in their lives, that they have the ability to reset, to recalibrate, and to reinvent themselves. I am approaching 50. I know I'm admitting my age. I shouldn't do that. But I want to admit that because I want to say that, hey, like I'm approaching 50, but even now, I'm finding the courage to pivot and do something different or change and like follow more of my passions because I've gotten to know myself better.
That is beautiful. Yes. And, I'm in the 50 club as well. And I'm going to say welcome. I'll be the first to say it. So.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
It's a fantastic decade, I got to say.
I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be like the decade for me.
Yes, it's great. So I would say that I'm going to encourage all of our listeners and watchers to head over to our book page to sign up. We've got a lot of author gift freebies, and then you can also sign up to receive updates on when the book is live. Our kickoff is September 21st, and we look forward to seeing everybody out for that. And Joann, it has been fantastic speaking with you today. I've enjoyed getting to know you more. And I'm so excited about our book launching September 21st.
Awesome. Thanks, Melissa.
Yeah. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.